like guys who wear kikois and like kanzus and stuff. Apparently, gravity helps.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that right?
na Masai.
My lord, I wonder.
Kwanza, easy. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But it's
Really?
more the nini that fall down.
Yeah.
Gravity works on the nini, the two members behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Finally,
so if
you
you
put like a 70-year-old guy there, African there, the nini.
Yeah, so don't valisha like your nini. Like when you've got a boy, she's a teenager, and then teenagers, you still buy for them the underwear.
Yeah.
Sinunue hiyo ya nini.
Ya kupake.
Spandex.
Huh.
Avae at least kitu iko free.
Really?
Yeah, so that you're helping him in life when they become adults later.
So when you're on small members,
Blame
their parents really
Spandex.
underwear them too much.
Yeah, samosas. Yeah.
Bruh. I always find it funny when I see a guy with panties.
Yeah.
Like a speedo.
I'm going-
Yeah. I'm actually.
I'm swimming
Bro,
with
see,
them.
you are
Man.
in coast. You didn't see this by Italianos. They like walking around in speedos. It's weird.
I
But
tried to go to the side where there's no white people with their panties on the beach.
Where
And
is
then they show
Where
like
is
a
that?
little bit of sideball.
Me, babes, I hate hotels. But okay, this time I didn't have a choice. I booked this Airbnb and then, Aki, guys. By the way,
What?
can we just address Airbnbs? Shout out to this
Oh
Airbnb
my
that we're
God,
at,
yes, let's address. But this
which is
one.
the best.
I know which story you want to talk
No,
about.
bro.
It's not that one?
We got an Airbnb, and then
Oh, okay.
what happened next is that this person, they were so greedy. You remember, like when Rigiji was saying, "Oh, everybody should leave coast because there's so many foreigners coming. Like even hire out your house." So it's a nice main house.
Yeah.
Then it has a pool, but then it has a penthouse. So online, they've advertised the house.
Yeah.
We get there, you guys. It's just the penthouse. There's a family that's been recorded downstairs.
Alala, kwanza family.
Do you understand us in you're on vacation and there's like, mommy, in the morning?
Guy.
Robin your Mrs. K sauti ya mtoto.
And
Guy.
this the other famo, do they live in that house?
No,
They've
they're also
booked?
guests. They're also guests. So me, I had to. Now that's why and then Nini was so full, so I ended up in a hotel. Let me tell you, where there was the beach and white people in bikinis. Nilikuwa naipate. You know, there's some things you can't unsee. Unaona mtu amechomeka amekuwa navy pink. Alafu amevaa suruali na imefunikwa huko. It's too much. Lakini kani bikini ya Joyce. Beach we can manage.
Aki will never forget that.
When is
bikini.
this
The
story
whole
going
of
to die?
Beach, please.
Up until December when
When
you
is
wear
this
the
story
next
going
one
to
now.
die?
Don't
No, it
wait
doesn't have
till
to be
December.
December.
We kwani una savingi tu for December? Who
Oh,
ni
no,
3%?
Tulisema tunaenda Portugal. So.
Yeah, tukienda Portugal
Everything
day.
is out.
Hey.
We are going.
All 5 or is it 3 days? Every day a different one. Same,
All right,
same.
guys, let's move on from vacation. Najua, at this point, sasa, it's like mid-January. And then the worst
the
thing
way.
about going on a dope vacation, you can't be broke.
Yeah.
After guys, I've seen you on vacation.
Yeah.
Facts.
Unashindwa unaingia kwa petit, the moti doesn't have enough fuel.
Yeah.
You want to call somebody, but this person had been sending you messages. "Utarudi, bro." Now, if you holler at them, they look at you like, "Hey, you're really bad with your finances." It's like, bitch, give me the money or nah.
Yeah.
Right? Stop giving me a goddamn side eye in the process. You can't even ask for anybody for money. Yeah. So, anywho, have you been following what's happening in the news, guys?
Yeah.
So, TB Joshua, did you guys ever have was your family religious? Were you guys in religious
Yes, for
houses?
church.
Yeah. Used to go to
No,
church.
not religious.
Or as in
Like
kwa
super
nyumba,
religious, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Did you guys used to go to church
Yeah,
on
we'd go
Sundays?
to
Yeah,
go to
church
church
every
on
Sunday.
Sunday, pray before meals, pray before sleeping. Yeah, my parents would tithe. I was in Sunday school. I played drums in church, so I think I was part of
Kind
that
of,
thing.
You were a
Yeah.
bit in. Yeah.
I was just like Sundays and prayers, nothing too extreme.
Like every meal you
Sharing in the
pray,
evening.
every night you pray.
I don't even think we
None
used
of
to
that.
pray every
Yeah.
meal, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Maybe just breakfast. Because that's when we're all together.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that.
For real.
No, we used to go to church like Saturday. And my parents weren't trying to be like, Jesus. No.
Same. They weren't like trying to like, make it our entire identity. Like that we are Christian. Yeah.
So I watched this documentary on TB Joshua. If you haven't watched it, you need to check it out, man. I mean, they've exposed the guy. Like there's a 3-part documentary of how Jungus were coming out from America.
TD Jakes or
TB Joshua. Did I say TD Jakes?
Oh no, I was like, because
No,
there's also the
TB Joshua.
TD Jakes
No, TD
story.
Jakes
Okay.
Toro. We'll get to it. Because where?
Misifuatili vitu za
Unajua
church.
kuna watu wengi wanaweza toka church kwa sababu ya hii story.
I swear
Anyway.
to God.
But this one for TB Joshua.
Give me a breakdown because I
So,
haven't heard.
you know TB Joshua. Have you ever seen Emmanuel TV? Like this, there's this channel which is all about just miracles.
It sounds
yeah?
familiar.
Yeah, like you find somebody who just like they have surgery 5 balls and the balls are pouring out on the ground and it's cancer. And then they've come to the church, they're like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." And then he
touches them and
Before you get
and the
to
person is saying, I came here, I could not walk, but now TB Joshua, and they're healed.
Yeah, before you get to your story, I saw another miracle. Like, I think probably it was on Emmanuel TV. This babe has a church, and then like she's brought onto the pulpit telling the pastor that ever since she was born, one hand was longer than the other.
I've seen that
and
shit.
then the pastor is like, Ebu, show us. And then she's like,
She starts
and then the pastor starts praying, speaking in tongues. Shigiribage,
bang, 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 bang.
And then you see the hand growing like this. Like it grows, and then they're all the same. The whole church starts praising and saying, yeah, it's a miracle. Glory be to God. Yeah. Emmanuel TV, probably.
Bro, but
why I
if
don't
you
go to
think
church
that's
no more.
crazy, remember the guy who raised someone from the dead?
Yeah.
Hey, how can we not?
Essay? Yeah.
From the coffin. The guy was actually in an actual...
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And then do you remember the other one who told guys for you to do like full fellowship, you have to go outside in full respect for God. And then the whole church went out and they were eating grass like cows.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You seen that shit?
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah. So these things happen, but this is another level.
Another one.
TB Joshua was the guy, man. This guy, apparently he was so magnetic. The people that speak about him, it's like he would just look at you like this and you feel something. And then you know what I noticed in those videos? A lot of the babes would feel things in their here. Like when they'd be like, no.
So he had like sex appeal.
What?
I think their Mimi had been sinning. And so his power
was speaking to their...
Guys, I'm not even kidding you. Watch this documentary. You'd see the babies that, and then they say they don't know what, like this man, something in him is like, I swear, guys, like, let me move this shit so I should get, you guys, you always think I'm joking.
I'm listening. I'm intrigued.
Why are these guys laughing? Where's Billy? Yeah. This is a real story, guys. And I'm asking because, like, for me, I'm super curious about these things. I'm curious about spirituality. And I do believe that there are people who have they're in touch with just, I don't know whether it's a spirit, but like you can have much more power. For example, let's move from religious, right? You remember there used to be a show on TV called anyway, forget it. I don't know what the show was called, but it was about like just wondrous things that human beings could do.
Yeah.
And you see someone can bend a spoon.
Believe it or not.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
With his mind. He can bend a spoon.
yeah.
And I used to think, okay, this motherfucker Ripley's, man.
Yeah.
He just be like, just lying
He's
to us.
playing us.
You know? So I started doing research and this shit is real. There are people who can bend their mind, like bend a spoon with their mind. A spoon.
Yeah, it's 'cause
a
they're
spoon,
using
even if
more
I
than
don't like this, I do like this.
Yeah.
The only
They
time
do
I can
like
bend
this.
it is when I'm trying to like dial my mom's phone landline. It's the only time I could bend a spoon. So no, because they'd cover it with the thing and then you have to do
I remember.
But yeah, so if someone can do that with their mind, it means that there are powers which we as human beings have, but you have to be able to tap into it, right? And I feel like there are people who have mastered the art of tapping into it.
Yeah.
For example, there are these people who can read, like, they can tell you everything about your life. Forget these fake ones for Tao, ati kuja uone nimeona kwa maisha yako kuna mtu anaitwa Stacey. Fuck that guy.
Stacey.
That's what the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about those guys who you meet someone and they just tell you your whole life story.
Yeah,
and you're like, how the
mentalists.
fuck did you know that?
Yeah.
That's a power they've tapped into. So even with the spiritual side, I feel like there are people who tap into these things, but then the money makes them go crazy. and the power. Because
Right.
power can be
It drives
engulfing.
anyone. It can drive
You
anyone
put a
crazy.
hit song here right now and you'll see how you'll shag everyone. Because everybody's just saying, oh my God, I just have your song.
Like,
And now they're
wow.
throwing themselves at you. You're going to be like, listen, I'm a principled guy.
Yeah. But
Right?
there's
I'm
only so
focused on
much-
my music.
Yeah.
No, you're going to shag everyone. So this guy had a power that people didn't understand. I'm not even purporting like I know this story.
Oh, yeah.
But like I saw those babes with their
Yeah, like,
coochies,
yeah.
and then even men. They're like, now, Africans, we have storos, right? See, you can say, no, Africans, maybe it's poverty mindset, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's where now it starts getting interesting. This guy was selling his videos uko maju, right? So the VHS tapes.
Yeah.
See, wazungu wako na hizi uko Canada, uko America. They're just like, oh my God. And human beings are always looking for God. Like one way or the other, you're looking for meaning of life.
Yeah.
So there are those people, they see these videos, they decide to go start flocking to Nigeria. Like Nigeria is not known for tourists. Beg, now you're not known for tourists now. Relax on yash. Yeah. No, real talk. Who's going to Nigeria for tourism?
You're going for fun
Right?
times.
Who's ever said like my destination?
Nah.
Dream destination.
Unless it's a bash.
Yeah,
unless
you
it's
know
for
what?
fun times.
Yeah. It's not that they
but-
don't have anything, but I saw a video of their zoo. Gilly put that for them, that video. As you can
What
see,
do they
they're
have
not
at the
even
zoo?
cages.
What do you mean there's who?
The animals are just chilling. The lions are just like, oh, God.
Is that like for real?
Watch this video now. Anywho, so now that you know that, this man was having Americans, white people, leaving their homes, coming for these miracles. And he looks at them like this and they go crazy.
Okay.
Right? Anyway, fast forward now, in this video, they're talking about Sijui sex scandals, Sijui conning and whatnot, and building this empire off of that. And just a whole lot of other scandals, including hiding bodies and just crazy shit, right?
So it was another Shakahora.
You're calling it horror.
Shakahora.
Horror.
No, I'm saying it like that because of that Tony Mpole was saying, oh, Shakahora. Anyway.
Guys, do you remember that video for that babe? Why niwache nikufe? You know how horrific that video is,
Yeah, but it's so
hilarious.
funny.
seen that
Yeah,
video.
when people especially when people put caption, you know.
I used it in one nini and I swear, like I didn't know whether it was funny.
Yeah, me, it's
'Cause
the
it
caption
was.
that made it funny. Because me, I saw the one for like me when I drive my mom.
It's just like so hilarious. But she was actually dying.
I know, right?
Which babe this is you're talking
From
about?
That's
Shakahola, this
Shakahola.
whole
She'd
nini.
been saved.
Lenga the whole Shaka.
No, she was being saved.
okay,
Sorry.
okay.
You Lenga, no, I'll tell you. So she was being traumatized from the nini. She was dying,
Yeah.
right? Like she was unearthed. Like how she was gone. She had hunger struck herself for like 30 days.
You
Yeah.
know?
Like so she was waiting. She was like she's
Like
skin and bones,
Not
basically.
even skin, just bones.
right? The sun is burning her skin.
Yeah.
That's how bad it
Literally,
is.
yeah.
And it's not that Ile Sania is northeastern, Nile is Yokimau.
Yeah.
She's just being traumatized over here and she's feeling like she's in hell.
Okay.
So she's screaming, oh, niwache nikufe, because I've done
Yeah.
this, I've gone this whole stretch. Niggas,
I
let
might
me
as well
die.
just let me go.
Yeah.
But that shit is funny. Like, no, the audio.
The audio was funny.
It's
Actually,
hella hilarious.
yeah.
I'm sure you've run
Should not have laughed at that, honestly.
I know, yeah. So TB Joshua is out here. He's trending and people are talking about him and the guy died 2 years ago. What I find interesting is that a lot of people have slid in my DMs and told me how their parents traveled to Nigeria.
To go see this guy.
For
Yes.
TB Joshua.
Yeah. One person
You're
has even told me
joking.
one day she got home drunk,
Eh.
right? And she was so drunk. There's all like 7 a.m. It's like she's been in Ghana bashing with Kerry. And she enters the house and her mom, alikuwa amebeba holy water kutoka huko. Because these are some of the things he used to sell.
Yeah.
And she mwagad holy water on her leg, kidogo. And the babe sobered up.
You're lying.
Now, why would I lie?
Maybe it was just the fear of God that made.
This girl has no fear of God in her.
You're joking.
I'm telling you true
But
story.
holy water is not supposed to, like, didn't even do that.
What is it supposed to do? No, not that holy water for Mr. Easy.
No,
Obviously.
I'm saying holy water. See,
Is there any other
it's water
time?
that has been blessed.
Yeah.
So if there's demons or anything, like it would, it repels it. So the
See,
alcohol
now
is
you
the
know.
demons.
Now you know what is
So
demonic.
did she know it was holy water from TB Jakes?
No,
Or whoever
TB
is-
Joshua.
TB Joshua, sorry. I'm confusing the names.
TB, B for boy.
So TB.
Yes.
Did she know that was the holy water that the mom had gone to get from this guy?
She might have.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah.
We should do a scientific
Yeah, so these are the things, like there are reports of things like this happening from TB Joshua. So did he have Was he magnanimous? Was there something inside him?
Nah.
Yes. Right? That one I'm
He
because
wasn't.
have you watched this? There's this documentary on Netflix because TB Joshua was Jamaican, Nigerian.
Nigerian, yeah.
There was another guy in South America somewhere,
Yeah, yeah.
right? He was called John of God. There's a documentary on Netflix about it. Go watch it. Even Oprah went to see him. This guy was performing surgeries. Has anybody watched John of God here?
Excuse me?
No, I'll tell you the story. Has anybody watched John of God here? Okay, good. So John of God, the hospital have tried everything. They're saying you're dying, right? And then you go to John of God, and this is a true story. And this video.
Okay.
And people have pangered lines for days, just like TB Joshua. The wife takes the husband there. And these are educated motherfuckers, right? Like educated rich people.
Yeah.
And he looks at them, says, okay, cool. He touches the chest. He's like, all right, cool. We're doing surgery in 2 minutes. And he's doing like 20, 30, 400 surgeries in a day, right? Himself with his hands. He's not a surgeon. And he takes something like a clamp. You know this one you kata sengenge with, right? He funguas this guy's rib cage. I shit you not, guys. Hapo, kang, kata something in him, blood comes out, shonas him, says you're good. And the guy walks out of there 4 days later.
What?
Exactly.
Okay, that's...
Go watch it. It's on Netflix. John of God. Even Oprah went there, met the guy and said,
it's not
there
acted,
is
not
something
scripted, nothing.
inside. You need to watch this guy. And then he's the same storyline, everything.
And nothing went sideways ever.
Exact storyline like TB Joshua. And that's why I tell you, like, me, I've studied these people.
Hold on. And
So are
nothing
these-
ever went sideways with his patients ever.
Nope.
So are these things miracles? Like, these people have got powers? Ama it's...
No,
'cause
I think they are tapped into something
I'm in
we're
that
not.
bracket of
Yes.
people where like I don't believe or trust the fact that a pastor can be there. He's performing miracles and says, today I'm going to be in Kileleshwa, so there will be an extravaganza. Did that? They call it that. Something.
They call it a crusade.
Yeah.
The extravaganza. Wow.
And then people show up. Siji, me, I've been crippled. Siji, for this long, pray for me. I usually feel like it's a scam.
Yeah.
Like it's,
Most of those are scams, that's for sure. But guys, am I telling you how many pastors are there from Nigeria? Am I telling you about the others? I'm not telling you about those ones. I'm telling you about someone whose big thing was this, right? My theory, and me, I'm not a theologian. I'm a Lifegian.
Oh my God.
Liphologist.
Jesus.
Understanding of universal truths.
Cool.
This is my theories, right? I think from everything that I've seen, I truly believe that there are people who can tap into this things, right? In spaces. Here's the crazy part. I feel like all of us can, but we're not
100%.
averse to how to, right? How to people are even afraid of their own thoughts. You know, like if you can't cross that threshold of your own thoughts, so you sit by yourself. You know, you say I'm lonely. You know, and then there are guys who are crossing that and even levitating.
Men.
Right? So things are possible, but I think when you use it too much and you now start commercializing it, or you become a superstar out of it in a fade.
is this that thing that people say, like you go and unlock your third eye, and then now you're able to like see the universe a different perspective, like bend energies. And
Yeah, for real, I believe everyone is capable.
Because even the story of the Bible, all these people who are doing unique things, except the ones who are definitely consuming something, writing books. Some of them,
Like who?
honestly. I don't want to mention, but there's one who was in a cave somewhere and he was there by himself for weeks, months, years, right? And he was seeing things. I'm like, what do you think was going down?
What did you expect to
He
happen?
met some mushrooms there on the corner, which
like, I'm hungry, yeah?
which also help you with your third eye.
Yeah.
Right? Like if someone has an ayahuasca trip, but not those commercial ones, right?
Ooh, I really
they
want to
say
do
they
ayahuasca.
me too.
Yeah.
But now they've commercialized it. So I'm you know, you can go the whole way and then you find like a bootleg version.
I know, right?
You know, like some dirty
No,
ayahuasca.
but like, you know, Peru is like the Peru. Para. That's the original ayahuasca.
You need to stop hanging out with Nigerians.
Why? Because I sang Peru.
Yeah. Like, you even know where ayahuasca is being gotten from Peru.
Yeah, like that's the original, like where they are like shamans and everything, people who like take you, who will guide you through your trip. Because that's what it is. It's just one big trip.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, the way people like pop mushrooms, like imagine it times 10.
Yeah.
Now them, they have shamans, they have whatever. Because me, when I'm interested in something, I do research.
Yeah.
Like the first time I learned about ayahuasca must have been like 10 years ago, and it's always been like on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So I was watching these videos. These are guys who grew up in the Amazon forest. They know which plants to use. They're basically very elevated herbalists.
Yeah.
And Africans, we also had our own herbalists. But when colonialism came, when colonialism came, they started saying now these things.
You're calling me the herbalist. I am though.
They started calling now our traditional medicine demonic. So we all had to go like this. Very few people who still have the knowledge of like the original herbalist from like their village. But you see in the Amazon, because these shamans, they are not like exposed to like they are exposed to the modern world, but all of them, it's generation after generation of them being taught the same thing over and over and over. So they have knowledge from like centuries and centuries. So that's what I was saying, like Peru is like the original place where you can go and even get a shaman to like guide you through.
And that's a crazy, that's what I find crazy. Listen, TB Joshua had kids, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds who are leaving their homes in America to go and live in this church in Lagos.
Damn.
And be missionaries. Like, we're here with the Father, we're learning. They were disciples. And so they were there to, of course, let me tell you something. Africans, you know yourselves. Once you see white people in the church, you want to say the Spirit is here. And these white people are coming and saying, God is in TB Joshua's church. Hey, iyo kitu imewasha watu. I have people who are in my DMs telling me to remove it.
Guy.
That the man of God is being attacked in his death.
Wow.
Exactly. And so I feel like there are people who now looking back, right? As a kid, you know how you go to someone's house and you have culture shock?
Yeah.
You just say, "Ay." Then your mom asks you, how come you don't want to go to a Kinanani's house?
You're like, well.
You get to their house, they don't want to watch TV. They have a TV, but it never goes on.
Like, what the hell?
What culture you guys in? Just let me know now. Like, before I eat anything.
Like, what's up?
And then they bring the food from the kitchen and like, yeah, you guys definitely are in a cult. For sure. It's like, where's the spice? What's happening? My mom despises spices.
Spicy.
It's like, what is spicy?
We eat our chicken barely cooked.
Or even when, even their prayers are weird.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys, like, a kid comes to your home and you guys are like, say, Mormons or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you, SDA, right? For that day when that kid is there, if they shouldn't be partaking in your things, man.
Like, why are you forcing them to be
like, now they're going home asking their mom.
So now they show up with packed lunch, like packed everything
exactly
for themselves.
Exactly. I just want to hang out with your kid.
Something down.
Yeah. Anyway, that's also what these people say about when they go to pagan homes. They're like, they're just watching TV the whole night, the whole family. Their pressure is the TV. And they're sitting there, they're reading from. Even Jehovah Witness. I mean.
Drinking never in the house.
Do you have any Jehovah Witness? Is anybody here a Jehovah Witness? Of course not.
Actually know someone who grew up. It's weird.
Do you know that their whole story is about doomsday? Like the world coming to an end.
I've been quite curious
They're prepping for that.
About like Jehovah Witnesses and like what goes on. Not that I want to join, but just be interested in like stepping into their kingdom
world.
hall.
Like for a minute.
What you need to do
like
fast.
do they worship on Sunday?
Yes.
It's on
Sunday. They have services on Friday. No, it's Saturday, but they also have services on Friday.
But now I need a crash course like one day. Like
you learn everything.
But
so
you can do that. You can do that. And they're always trying to knock on your door. The problem is your witches are fucking cock.
No, that's
Jehovah Witnesses are always trying to knock on everybody's door. It's just that sahi kuna aska. Unafanya nini hapa? Tumekuja kuona nani? Toka hapa.
Ati mimi ni Jehovah Witness. Toka.
Pigie simu.
knocking on doors one is weird. I'd rather go there.
Yeah.
But now you welcome them into your house.
Their gate is always closed. Their church is next to our. Their gate is always closed.
And
even when they're chomokai,
like 2x2, one white guy, one black guy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, in Nairobi, yeah.
Yeah, it's one white guy, one black guy.
The missionary has been
they're
brought.
wearing like
White and black.
A white shirt with black pants. With a backpack.
And have you ever stopped to hear what they have to tell you?
No.
Sister, repent your sins. The world is coming to an end. Jesus is coming, and the only way to heaven is Jehovah Witness. You need to stop everything that you're doing. Here's a book. And then you read the book. It's just death,
doomsday, doomsday.
Everything is leading to
doomsday.
The 666. The world is ending. You're just like, okay, guys.
But funny enough, that's how my friend used to dress when he was going to church. Like he'd always have to be like in a white shirt, tie.
Men in black things.
And I'm like.
But these religions always just remind me that we're we're in need of new religion.
So, like, where do you draw the line between religion and cultism? Because sometimes some of these things, they are so extreme.
Yeah.
They sound like a cult. And if you try and tell a Christian that, they'll try and fight you. But I'm like, show me the difference.
All right, listen, guys. Unpopular opinion. In some quarters, maybe even in my quarters, Catholicism sometimes does look like cultism.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, right? A lot of the practices just don't make sense, right? Religion sometimes can come off as a cult, right? For example, how do you know you're in a cult?
Like this
right?
guy telling people
There's
to eat
one
grass.
leader,
Like,
one authority. Catholic.
Charismatic
Charismatic
leader. Yeah.
Pope, right?
We have the Pope.
Then on top of that, they determine how you live.
Yeah.
Right?
And they give you information that you need to make them be more powerful than you are. Like they can't. There's no freedom of you to just know everything and then you decide what you want to do with.
And you're also not
with
supposed to question it.
beliefs.
And then also the word is contorted to fit the story. Right?
Yeah.
Like, look, if you ask an SDA, churches that go to church on Sunday have contorted the story in the Bible. Because what does the Bible say? Good Friday is when Jesus rested.
Yes.
And the reason why he didn't rise on Saturday is because Saturday was resting day.
Yeah, so it was definitely
So
a
Sunday is the day for doing any other goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the day y'all just decided is the day for church. That sounds like contorting the Bible to fit a narrative.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying, please feel free to come at me in the comment section.
Here's another one that is a fact. Do you know how the Anglican Church was actually formed? King Henry, there's something, a number. I
think I'm the one who told you that story.
Yeah, he wanted to marry another wife.
Like a concubine.
Yeah.
So he broke off the church.
And the
Church of
Catholic
England
Church was like, nah, you can't do that.
He was like, fine, I'll do my own thing.
But the church right now is talking about having they've talked about so many things, guys. I don't even know.
Yeah, the Pope said...
No. What did he say?
He said same-sex marriage, like...
Is okay.
Is okay.
Guys, you need to stop reading news from blogs.
Okay.
You know? Blogs are
I
this
memed.
young
I memed that.
Yeah,
guys
I
from
memed it.
media.
I memed it
That's what
somewhere.
I told you. If you memed it, you me.
Yeah, I
I
memed
memed
it.
it.
Yeah, I memed it
So he
somewhere.
didn't say that.
The
What did he
Pope,
say?
did you hear him say that? Did you see his lips move and say that?
No.
Straight up
No, he
complex.
didn't.
Oh, he
he
didn't?
was talking about, so there's been a huge debate about same-sex marriages,
Yeah.
and, and he just said, look, we will have preachers who can minister to these same-sex people.
Oh.
They can minister to them, basically saying, we can pray for you. But we can, exactly. Because people were saying even having them in the church is a bad thing.
So
and he's
now-
saying, no, you can even come. We can pray for you. Yeah? Maybe
How
so
is
you can
having them
live
in
it.
So they'll open,
Because what he says,
an annex like this is the
Yeah,
gay church.
yeah,
now.
No. Because, and that's why it gets complicated. Because he said what he said.
Yeah.
And then the journalist picked and said that he said, because technically, if you take it, if you summarize, that's what he's kind of said.
'Cause it's like
but
sending
the
people
Kenyan
who's-
church, they woke up quickly. They were just like, this is what the Pope said. Okay? This is what he has said. We will have preachers that can say, okay, we can hudumia you as well. Just the way we hudumia to rapists, to killers,
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
They're putting gay people in the same nini as...
In my head, I'm just like,
Mother of
you guys
God.
need a PR expert.
I swear.
Kwa
Like have a
sababu,
spokesman.
hizi ni nini
Have a
mnasema?
spokesman
Yeah.
because what the hell is that?
Yeah, so the hell is what it is. When's the last time you were in church? Like, ile legit, and you're just like, you know what, for the next couple of hours.
My brother's wedding.
It's honest.
Yeah.
When did your brother get married?
In 2019.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was along those times, 2018,
What?
2019. Yeah.
I was the unlikeliest person to
Yeah.
win this challenge, but I won. Wait, not last year. Last year, but what?
Really?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
maybe it was.
Yeah,
I think
I even went to
Whose
church.
wedding?
Bruh, no, it was church. I just woke up. I remember I had this strong voice in my head just said, you have to go to church. And I went to church. And while I was there, I had this strong voice saying this the last time. Hey, nilikuwa foda.
What do you
I just
mean?
remember walking out of the nini and there was just guys like running up to me because I don't think they knew
Did
who
they
I
forget
was.
they were in church or what?
No, so church is the best hunting ground for babes. For serious babes who want to.
Fuck. No,
You want
not
to-
serious.
Never
There's
ever.
the serious one.
Nigga, you weren't in church since 2019. Let me educate you.
No, but see, I've interacted with church
You know
babes.
that's 5 years ago.
They go to church. I don't.
No, serious babes.
What
like
are you doing on
if you
Sunday
see
in
a
the
serious
afternoon?
babe by herself coming to the church, she looks decent, she looks well dressed, well put together, as in me. And then I've sat there by myself. I have my Bible. I look like wife material. Mother is ready. You know, I'm going to mother you, my brother. You know, and you're just seeing this Jehovah Witness type guys running towards you. You're just like, Riswa. Not interested. Not interested. Yeah, so that was the last time I was in church. But you don't have pressure for church. You don't worry about where your soul is going to go.
Me, I'm good with my personal relationship.
Hey, wacha nikuambie.
I think religion, to me, I believe that religion doesn't determine, like your kind of religion doesn't determine where your soul is going to go. Because now, if you go to church, you'll go to heaven, that means the day the world ends, like all Muslims, Hindus who are good,
facts,
they'll go to hell. Ama, there's a heaven for them, and then like that plays Bangra. And then now there's they say the angels are like musical and stuff.
Yeah.
No, but Indians are not going anywhere. They're just repeating their cycle here.
Yeah, and you see, now everyone has like their own theory of what's going. So what about the rest who are on the other side? So me, if I'm not...
No, so not Indians, Hindu. Sorry,
Hindus. So for me, who is not a Muslim, when their form of their rapture comes me, where do I go? You get what I mean? Like those kind of things are just
so this
very hard to understand.
Guys, these are very simple questions to answer. So this is what will happen on the last day. So first up, we have Jesus. He'll rock up and he'll be like, all right, Christians,
let's go. Follow me.
Out. Nyinyi ngojeni. Mtu wenu anakuja. So I'm guessing.
If you're a Christian, please step forward. Okay,
our ancestors wako hapo. Because I'm guessing how our ancestors were. They're like, okay, who's coming first? Nyinyi hakuna mtu, nyinyi mnabaki hapa.
Now, me, the only problem I've had, especially with like the church and like Christianity, is the whole thing of growing up and you're being told you're not supposed to question God. Do you know how many theologists, these guys who study theology, let me not even dwell it. Yeah. These guys who study theology, every single one of them has told me you are supposed to question God. But me, I grew up, especially because I was actually really good at CRE. Like, I don't know, like I loved the Bible.
We need results to prove this.
No, I'll show you. Let me tell you why. Because I used to see the Bible as a story. Like, this is such an interesting story. So when it comes to cramming stories, maybe that's why I'm an actor.
It was because of the songs.
Not even the songs. No. Like, all the stories to me were interesting and I could cram them. So I was so good at CRE. So whenever it came to time for like asking questions, you are just told because God said. Because that's the way it is. Because so you end up like stopping even to ask these questions. But every single, because now when I started diving deeper into like Christianity, wanting to learn, you know, what Muslims do, what people who are spiritual, like all of that, the first thing I did was sit down with someone who was a theologian, and he told me, you are supposed to question God. Like, if you can't find your questions here, your answers here, then this is not for you. And I was like, holy, we were told the opposite.
These theologians. They're from which church?
Are they Christians?
They're Christians. And
because you know they clearly are reading.
They're
nibs of school of theology.
He told me you're supposed to find your answers in the Bible. That's why you're supposed to question God.
If you don't find it, school of theology.
And he told me you're supposed to question every single time you have a question. Ask. It needs to be answered.
Like theologists would like read more on different religions, not just Christianity. So they can't be Christians then.
No. He did theology for Christianity. And then, now the one I was talking to, he did the entire Christian thing, was even like in a what's this thing for seminary. Fathers. And then he left because he started learning about other things.
Seminary.
But he started
learning about other things.
He started learning about he started learning about other religions. So he left. Okay. But like his entire life was dedicated, I think, for like 15 years.
God.
He was those guys from high school. He knew he was going to be a father. And then somewhere along the line, he just started.
Guys, you know there was a time I wanted to be a nun.
Yeah, you remember you told me that story?
Yeah.
Which one? Butter, garlic?
None of your business.
Yeah, so like from high school, he was 15, he knew he was going to be a father. And he went deep into it. He started having more questions. He even like started, now he can even tell you what's in the Quran, what's in the, what's this book for the Jewish people?
That
one. Yeah, he can tell because it piqued his interest
Torah.
To the point where
I think
it's a Torah. It piqued his interest to the point now he started studying about other religions as well. And I was like, okay.
Has he studied about Nini Wembe wa Msakulu? Dini ya Msakulu. Because that's where the truth is.
No, Dinia Nini. What's his name? Is it Msambwa?
Yeah, those ones.
That guy.
Oh, it's Msambwa.
Yeah, the guy who said he was God and
Yeah,
like,
God.
even Johanna, who's Nini, Jesus in Nini whether you saw he's on
what's his
TikTok
name?
trending.
Jehovah Wanyonyi.
Yeah, Wanyonyi, Mr.
Yes.
Nini. Anyway, what
Saja.
I'm trying to say is, I think I agree with your guy.
Yeah.
Questions are good, but also I disagree with your guy. Religion, questions are good if you're spiritual.
Yeah.
Right? If you're spiritually seeking, ask.
Yeah.
But if you're religiously seeking, it's like joining the army, right? For your faith to work, you've got to follow without questioning. Now imagine you're in an army and then a guy is sent to enda uweke huyo mtu chini. Boss, kwa nini?
Uko sure?
How will things work in the army?
Yeah.
You know, you'll be the weakest army because people, and that's what religion is. It's an army for God. This army is called the PCEA. This army is called but you're all praying to the same person. Now, why they try to segregate you like we are better than those guys? It's just PR and
Honestly,
church
it's
being
just
full.
PR, yeah.
Makes much.
Church being full.
Sadaka unafikiri inatoka wapi, right? So you're trying. It's a competition. Everybody's trying to fill their churches.
Yeah.
And you know, you definitely want to say that our story makes the most sense, right? It's like schools. Why don't we all study the same? Why are those ones who are like there's more trips and the other ones are just like us? We are focused on ini and there's no even PB, no biscuits.
Yeah.
Let's all eat Marie biscuits. It's like
Yeah.
what the fuck has Marie biscuits got to do with me getting an A in KCSE?
Yeah.
Right, but that's their doctrine,
Yeah.
right? So I feel questioning makes sense if you are willing to receive the answers.
Yeah.
Because the answers are not easy you could unlock, like for example, I feel like the journey of being independently spiritual is much taxing than just following.
Yeah, what is already written.
Yeah. Those ones who like just do these 3 times, you know, oh, Father, I have sinned. All right, Hail Mary, Maratatu. Hail Mary, feel the Hail Mary, Hail Mary. And then you're out. Bruh.
Yeah.
I
But
agree.
now this one where the truth is lying with you. You're responsible. It's you and God who you've not seen.
Yeah.
Right? It becomes like a very difficult place. And that's where the more questions you ask, the more questions you have. Yeah. So it's easier to just go with religion.
Yeah, because I had a friend who had the same questions and he ended up converting to being a Muslim.
Yeah.
He was like, this is where my questions have been answered.
But you know what?
But you see, he's
Yeah.
settled in
Yeah.
religion.
Yeah. In religion.
Ask people that are fully spiritual their whole lives.
Yeah.
They will tell you at some point you have to dive into a religion because it is like, I'm a spiritual person and I can tell you 99% of the time I would rather be in a religion, and that's why sometimes I choose SDA.
Yeah.
So that I just want someone to
'Cause they're
punish me,
guidelines,
right?
you know,
I'm tired of being responsible for myself because the other person you're dealing with is not being responsible for themselves. Even the religion that they claim, they're just like, you first, you're not even a fucking Christian. You know,
and not a lot of people can do that.
How when people say when babies are born, like all babies are innocent.
Yeah.
I feel that
and those ones with mean mugs.
even
The baby
then-
has come like
Those rolling their
this. One has come from being a gangster in their previous life.
Because they know what they've been brought into.
no, those ones are innocent because I believe
Or
that.
do you think they're just like, ooh, guys, I'm going dark. I'm going dark. Or do you think it's where they've come from? They're just like,
Oh yeah, because anyway.
Can you stop?
No, I was told that you were Nini.
No, I finished.
The
I
other
finished.
thing
I
also comes
No,
up.
it's true.
Ah,
No,
so
but
we
it's true
finished.
though.
But when babies are born, like they're completely innocent. And I believe that the problem is with the church, the institution itself.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be spiritual because I'm fully spiritual. I used to be religious growing up, going to church and everything. But after I became an adult and like did my research and got to find out like how much the church is actually hiding from us as people who call themselves Christians, then I felt like, man, these MFs are lying to us.
Yeah, my whole
And
life.
I'm still scared of them.
Yeah.
They're lying to us and me. But
Are you scared
I'm
or respectful?
respectful. Yeah. I'm going to believe what I choose to believe, that deep down, I know what's good and what's bad. And I could be a good person enough for it to just draw good energy to me if it gets to a point that maybe that I was actually believing a lie, and then now the Christian God is the one who's supposed to come and rapture everyone.
At least you're on the fence.
Yeah, I can argue my case and be like, I was
Okay,
good.
but wait, you see,
Yeah.
like, hear me out. You know what I mean?
Amma, there's still that leeway of like
Confess. You have to confess.
Yes, right before you die. I'm sorry.
And let me tell you, that's why me.
And
Like,
that time you'll be twangwad with lightning.
Yeah.
They won't even be time. It's just like Nengia heaven kauko hivi.
that's why I like India. India, they have like almost like 300 sects of like, let me say spirituality or
Gods.
like gods.
Yeah.
And they get along swimmingly.
Yeah.
Here, a Protestant and a Catholic can't even get along.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Wait, what's that about though?
I don't know. Because they believe... I was actually reading this the other day when I was reading about like Christmas and how it was a pagan holiday before.
Yeah.
And they were saying how the Protestants, like there's a reason why they're called Protestants. They were protesting against
Catholicism.
the Catholicism
Yeah.
because there's a lot they didn't agree with,
Yeah.
like the whole Mother Mary thing.
Even the Crusades. You know, this is the
Yeah.
part that what is it called? They're called
Crusades,
no,
yeah.
No, they're not called
Yeah,
the
they're
Crusades.
Crusades.
The one, no, not the Crusades.
Crucifix.
No, when they were killing people.
Right,
Yeah, it was Crusades.
No, they were called Crusades.
No,
Yeah.
What were they
See,
called?
it was the English church
Yes.
trying to go to the Middle East to
Right,
spread
right.
Christianity
Yes.
and gain control over Jerusalem. So
Yeah.
they used to call them crusades. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
that's
They
crusaders
kill
true,
guys,
that's true.
man.
Yeah,
who
imagine.
go and fight Islam.
Yeah, they actually, no, you're saying fight.
Kill.
Yeah.
They'd kill people.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Even,
but the
do you know the
Ottoman
funny
Empire
part?
was also strong as well. So
Even
it was
here,
a fight.
here, okay, that one, it was a fair fight. Hapa kulikuwa na dini ya Msambwa, right? They were just chilling. On the other
chilling,
side,
man.
Kisis were just like, oh man, oh, yeah. We're calling the rain. And then these guys want to, this thing of yours is not working.
Man,
you need this other thing of yours.
imagine.
And they just disrupted our thing like that, killed us, and gave us religion.
Yeah,
now,
we had the whole Mount Kirinyaga
do you know
thing.
what's so interesting? And I know we have this fight all the time with Christians, right? And all other religious people. Do you know, like, for example, imagine you're that ancestor, right? That really fought the good fight
Man.
to preserve your cultures and your traditions, right? And then you're hearing your offspring, uko, 5 generations later, even saying, Ati, how did you're going to hell.
Okay.
And you know, you're just in your grave, just like, if I wasn't fuel, if I wasn't fuel. Hey.
See, that's brainwashing. Right?
Aki, guy.
You're just standing in your, I don't know whether they
No,
had
but if you are
caskets.
fuel, you choma.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm telling you, this is how Africans, you just find like where you are, like there's just a mud slide.
Aki.
Yeah.
This your
Your
ancestors are just
pissed.
like, pana,
Yeah.
kwenda huko na hiyo
Yeah.
nini. Your car just explodes in
I did
traffic.
not die for this.
That's your great grand.
There's levels of brainwashing because I think Joyce said something about how, but you didn't say witchcraft. Like if you look at African religions,
Yeah.
how the West and Christianity deems it, it's witchcraft.
Yeah,
like this
they're
whole
like this
going
demonic.
to a witch doctor to give you herbal medicine. This
Yeah.
is things that your ancestors used to believe in,
Man.
and it's stuff that actually used to work.
Yeah.
The one thing I know for sure, in history, there was no tribe called barbarians.
Yeah, that was,
Wow, that's actually
just
true.
That's a title.
Yeah, it's the Romans and the way they wanted to like spread the Roman Empire with Christianity and everything. Anyone who just looked different, speak different, believed in a different religion, they were barbarians. So it's like the whole world were barbarians
Wow, except them.
except them.
Wow.
And then when
who
the
were
English
spreading.
came, and they wanted to conquer, they would call us savages.
Yes.
Facts.
You understand? So they copied from the book. And that, if you want to go somewhere and conquer, you have to say that these people have a problem or
Yeah.
these people, you know, like you
We
want
are making it better.
Yeah. So like even Christianity, unfortunately, did not come to this country as a get saved or you will die. No, it was like, wait. You're not getting all right, the rest of you,
Imagine, guys.
are you going to take this religion or not?
Yeah.
Take the book.
Are you taking it, Ama? You follow Gili. What do you do? So you
I'm
just
killing
need, and then
Gili.
now, can I tell you how we got English names?
Oh,
Have you ever asked yourself how your grandfather,
Okay.
your great grandfather, has an
Sorry,
English
Joyce.
name?
Yeah.
How annoying.
Let me tell you what happened. Your great grandparents parents did not consent to that shit.
Really?
So what happened? They went to school. See, now the Catholic, the church has set up, their missionaries have set up this church, the schools.
Yeah.
And they made them compulsory. So kids had to be sent to school. You come back, see your teacher can't pronounce your name.
So
they
they
now
give
say
you
you're
an
called
English-
Walter. You're called John. I swear.
Oh my
The
God.
teacher is the one that names you. Like there was no ceremony, no nothing.
You know, I hadn't
You
thought
go
about
to school
how
and
we
you come
ended
back
up
with a name.
English
Yeah, even
names.
me, I've never thought about
Do
it.
you know how passive aggressive that shit
Yeah.
is? Right?
Then there's no option.
It's like today you go to an office somewhere. Like let's say you start working in Sweden and they say, sorry, what's your name? You say, I am Kwamboka. They say, you know what? Why don't we call you Kate?
Because that's easier to pronounce.
Ragnar Lothbrok.
By the way, have you ever noticed Chinese people, they'll go to America and have English names?
Chinese people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of that.
Jesus Christ.
Pronunciation. But there it's consensual. Here it wasn't.
Yeah,
And
but if they can open their mouths to say Singh or this much German, whatever names, you can't say Wanjiko.
Because it's
Are you
sexy.
crazy?
Because these other languages, they're
God.
sexy.
Oh.
Okay?
What's sexy about
you know
Shaz
when you
Zinga?
say Ben, you know? So the way someone tells me, actually, you know, French is so romantic. I'm like, please show me the romantic part side. Like half or two. Because to me, French sounds like lunge. And I find lunge.
Aggressive.
I find lunge. It's very nice.
Oh, okay,
To
okay.
to my
To the
ears,
ear.
it sounds so good. And then Luo, oh my God. Stop.
Guys, are there any single Luo men watching this?
Oh my God. What did you call me? Osian Chunya. Oh my God. Right?
A girl Toto.
Yeah. And then Kuyo.
No, Kikuyu is aggressive AF, please.
But I saw some guy singing Asha's Let It Burn.
Oh,
The
in
Kuyo version.
Oh, okay. If you
No
put it in a
way.
song, it's
Yeah.
fine. But talking,
Is she actually saying something?
it's because they're talking slowly. Kikuyu talk quickly. Chop. They're going to look for money. But when you're singing, you have to sing slowly.
And Kisi is
Yeah.
the most
Showmaker.
Yeah, they're in a hurry to
showmaker.
go and make money. Yeah.
Kisi is the most romantic.
Oh, no.
Nah.
Everybody
Please
knows
have
that.
a poll.
Everybody knows that.
Someone please make a poll for which Kenyan language is the sexiest, because I'm sure it's not Kisii. I'm sure it's
Which
not
one have
Kisii.
we missed? And if someone here says Kao, please just slap yourself. Kale.
How does Kale sound?
Kale is the Kale. Okay, you know what? We are in. This is KK. So let's just say Kalenjin as well. Let's add it there. We don't want this podcast
the
to
one.
shut down. Guys. Kalenjin is a sexy language.
Kalenjin is
But
right.
is Daddy Owen? What is it? Is it Daddy Owen? He's called Daddy Owen.
Yeah.
The guy with the lazy eyes. Daddy Owen.
Yeah.
His brother is
Gospel
called
artist.
Rafton. Yeah, Daddy Owen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy Owen.
Yes.
Daddy Owen. Is he dating the first lady's the first lady? Yeah, the first lady's child.
the first daughter.
The first daughter.
The first lady's child.
Hold on. For our viewers wondering, what the hell is a first daughter? Kenyan inventions. Carry on.
So yeah, I think she went to visit his mom's.
She went to his shags.
Yeah, she went to his shags.
Didn't we have this conversation?
Yeah, chilled.
If I come
Is
to
it-
your shags, doesn't that mean
Yeah, because
we're shagsing? As in we are shags now.
yeah, because people for shags they're like you can't just show up at you. Oh, so this is my friend we hang out with there, and we've decided
Yeah,
to
we are
come to
friends.
shags.
We come together to-
Nah, pana. That's
We come together.
like the shows and we come to.
Right.
That's what you said.
Wait, isn't Nani like 45? Okay, I don't know. How old is Daddy Owen?
I mean, he's a daddy.
I think and they're both old enough.
Okay, but Charlene is like in her 30s, right? Because I was going to be like, if she's younger than that, it's definitely a huge
Is
age
it though?
difference.
What is the appropriate gap? Because I've been
don't
seeing
know.
guys being bashed for gaps. I saw some
Less
gap
than
which was
double.
like 17. That he was
But yeah, if you go to someone's shags,
Yeah.
like
That's
Lazima,
serious. Yeah, that's your grandmother, man.
yeah, and also actually,
Wait, your shags is just grandparents.
No, like you, would you
My
take
shags is my parents.
No, but
no.
oh yeah.
What
I mean,
if your
yeah.
shags is Langata, like your grandparents are
Akina
there?
Joyce.
Anywhere where your grandparents. My grandmother lives in Moranga. Okay,
Really?
Only
Yeah,
have-
then your shags is Murang'a.
I have 3 grandparents, but I only acknowledge one. So my grandmother,
Okay.
yeah, my grandmother lives in Moranga.
Hey, there's some
Yeah.
grandparents right now saying Reke Gwere. Riswa in Kikuyu.
That one.
Why?
How do you say Riswa in Kikuyu?
I don't think
there's anything like Riswa. Kuyos are just like Besha, Rehe, and Tigawana.
Yeah, Tigawana.
Yeah,
maybe that's Rishwa.
Spiritual. Is there any spirituality in Kuyo? I've never had that Timapepo.
No, they say Goma.
Eh?
Goma, that's like
Goma doesn't sound.
Goma is music.
Ask Lunjes.
No, it's like trying to say Kaiwena Goma. Like, are you crazy or are you
Goma
possessed?
is madness.
Yeah, are you possessed? So
That's
either.
not.
And actually, that's what the colonialists used to tell us what demons are. So whenever you tell someone Kaiwena Goma, now it's like loosely translated, like it can be used either way. But before, every time it came to like our religion or like I don't know if we have deities. I think it was just mostly spiritual things. So they said that is Goma, that is the
Your
number.
deity was Nani,
Gekoyo and
Gekoyo.
Mombi.
No, your god is called, your deity.
Mwene
Is
Nyaga.
Ngai.
Gai. That's your deity.
Mwene Nyaga.
Wait, your deity is called Mwene Nyaga?
Mwene Nyaga. Because we used to pay.
Because I was just like, I know that guy.
No, we used to.
I was like, what? I know a god?
It's not really a deity because before it was Mount Kenya, it was Mount Kirinyaga. So of Kirinyaga, like, because God created.
Okay.
So not lived, but I don't know why there was.
Carrie, do you see how these guys for Central? They literally don't have. Ongelesha Mkamba. Muulize, give me a few names for Mapepo. His person, turn to Kisses. Hoy! Heavy rako. I'm a chawi. I'm rogi. Go to Luya. Encyclopedia of spirits.
So many.
There's too many.
So many.
You know, Lunjes even things like ati. Usipita hapo unajua huyu atakutupia vitu.
Guy.
Every Luya shags has got that. I don't know if you guys have that like in your shags.
Bones, glass.
Yeah.
No, we have that.
Hata wajaka, si ndio? Lakini ukiuliza Wakikuyu, atakuuliza the only thing rehebesha. The only thing they are being sprayed money. But also, if you're Mchawi and you want to throw at me things,
throw money.
Please throw money. I wouldn't mind if like my stomach is full of like just a check. No, just send a check. Like just a check, a blank check. Right? I don't mind it being pulled out of my
You see how
my
magicians will do something and then they show more like a chain of clothes.
They just that happens. That happens in Western.
They do choose.
Like someone can throw, like you can be walking like this on the street and then you have an argument with the babe. Like now you have an argument with her. Then she goes like, why am I chewing on your name? V. Like I've called her so many things today.
Stacy.
Stacy. You saw me pointing at her deep and saying Stacy. I couldn't remember, man. V. So, but V is not her name. V is a letter. So V, right? V, you've had an argument with V, right? And then V tells you, oh, utaona. Babe, just start. Go to your mganga. Okay?
Get ahead of her.
Bro, go and get mafuta ya nguruwe. You know the people who use mafuta ya nguruwe here? Do you know what mafuta ya nguruwe is?
What?
Oil from pigs.
The fat.
Yeah, I know, but like what is it used for?
Apparently it's used for removing spirits and stuff like that. Right?
Stuff like that.
Yeah, bro.
Are those the same pigs that were put spirits in the Bible?
Do you know the way you just
Your
got
spirit,
it? So you remember he threw the spirits into the nini?
Yeah, into the pigs.
Sasa, you know the way they say cooking yourself with your own oil? So V has told you Hivo. I told you to guess this story. In fact, it wasn't in Western and it wasn't even Nyanza.
Where?
It was Ukalenjin. What happened? This babe had an argument with V in their village. So the babe told her, okay, no problem, utaona. 3 a.m, when me, I'm waking up to go to work because I'm a night runner, right? This babe
cannot proudly say that.
Is doing what? Is waking up. She's feeling like she wants to throw up. True story.
Guy.
And then she throws up a rat.
Stop lying.
A full, big, not chewed. Like it's like someone put it in her stomach. Right? Thank you. So, V, don't act like you're not the one who did it. Right? Yeah, man. So like these things are there. Like, so, you know, when I'm talking to my friends from Central and we're talking about, because everywhere, even if you go to Central, to Mombasa, Wataita, Wagiriama, wanini, wako na hizo ma spirituality. Ukienda,
nini use it for riches. I can't talk about it here.
Ebu tell us even as we use it. You'll tell us.
No, not that I've done it.
Yeah.
I know like some shady things that relatives have done.
Like spiritual stuff.
It was
they probably went to Kambani. They probably went to Kambani or they went to Coast. Because Mimi CJ, guys, have you ever seen a mganga called Karanja?
I've got, okay.
Does that shit even make sense?
I've got one that was done to my daughter, but it wasn't by Mganga. It's how aunties
Sorry, bro. Let me sip my stuff first. We're going deep.
It's that whole mafuta ya nguruwe shit. So when my daughter was, I think, about some months old, there's a Kikuyu tradition that happens where people come to
to bless the child.
Yeah, to bless the baby, some stuff like that. So there were these aunties who were saying, before your baby is touched by anybody, to ward off bad vibes and spirit, you take that mafuta ya nguruwe and put it like on her forehead.
Yeah, we have a few of those things.
I was like, real? So they ended up doing it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, but you see, also, there's that one, even those things for working cuts on kids' faces. Or even you pata, like now you know, I tell you guys, like, watch who you shag.
Man.
And also watch where you shag.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because people be fucked up. And I don't even want to bring that story for Scarlett Wahoo.
Yeah.
Right? You saw that shit. That shit turned south so quickly.
Oh,
and
my God.
I don't even, we'll get into it, but you go to someone's crib, right?
Yeah.
Say you're my pal, but what do you really know about me?
You know?
What do you know about me? You don't know which gods I pray to. You don't know which sacrifices I make. You come to my house. I know there are people who even put things in the door. So
the evil eye.
Yes. Yeah. No. Not the evil people.
Or they put something in the house.
Yes. Oh, okay. So that every time you walk in, they take something from you.
Yeah.
So every time you walk into their house, something is taken from you.
Jesus.
That's why you walk in and say Jesus. But now I don't know that this is Jesus territory because they put it everywhere,
backwards.
Right? And so you find that you go, like, if you go to the house, maybe they've worked out things like you lose maybe a job or
money,
or even just like there are people who you can hang out with and things just start going south in your life.
The energy vampires.
They're carrying those things for losing things, and even a partner. You have sex with them once and now your stuff starts going left.
Man, do you know how serious you have to take exchanging energy? It's not even like sexually. Even just
about tell us how mtu anabaki na wewe unabaki na yeye.
No. I'm saying like it doesn't. You don't even have to make it like a spiritual thing. Like whether you are an atheist or whatever, like the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
They really influence a lot of your life.
It's true.
So if someone comes into your life and all of a sudden things start going left, start looking at that person.
For sure.
They don't even have to be like have demonic intentions.
Yeah.
It's just the energy that they're carrying around.
They're probably carrying a spirit that is very distracting. And the spirit was sent to destroy everybody around them.
Exactly. So you need to be very careful who
you know, even the people who have the death spirit around them.
God, don't say
everybody they're with dies.
Yeah.
You know, there are people like that.
I've seen.
As in, all like their people have died one by one. Their friends have died one by one. I know someone like that, and she's 27.
That is tragic.
But we're not friends.
Something.
We're not friends.
We're
not friends. I'm alive.
I mean something. It was like a screenshot of a text message. Message.
Your ancestors are here.
In the building.
Yeah, bless you.
Yeah.
And this babe was like texting the boyfriend and he's like, babe, I can't believe that when I lost my job, you were there. When my mom died, you were there.
Jesus.
When I was diagnosed with cancer and recovered, you were there. When my life was basically just went into shit.
She is the problem.
Yeah, you were there. And then the guy replies, is like, yeah, baby, like I'd be there with you through thick and thin. And then she replies back to be like, nah, it's not like that. I think you bring the bad luck, so I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah, you're the problem.
Like, yeah. So the guy took the screenshot and just posted it on Twitter saying like, what the hell?
Guy.
Hey, but akona string or back. Like, you know, like... I don't want to point
but those
out
things
that...
are happening to you. It's
right?
not. It's just a coincidence.
But we started this conversation acknowledging that there is clearly and most definitely more than meets the eye. Because we were taught about 5 senses. I think all of us, like, they spend a lot of time telling you, can you see, can you breathe? This is, I am seeing. I'm like, bitch. From the time I got out of my mom's stomach, I was like, I think I'm trying to understand things. You know, nobody had to teach me how to see. I saw, right? But they were trying to tell me that it's sight. Oh my God.
How wonderful.
Yeah, and like I've had this sight, breathing.
Yeah.
Nobody needed to teach you how to breathe. Is there any kid who came out and they were like,
yeah, the minute you are
you
breathing,
know?
yeah.
But the one thing that they were supposed to be focused on was teaching you about the sixth sense.
Honestly.
Because now you have it. Now you are aware that there's something not right with this person. What's that?
That's the sixth sense.
It's not a physical thing. It's not something they've done. Yeah, but we silence that voice. And that voice is always talking about stuff. People.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Do you know the place where I feel that voice the most?
Where?
When I'm in the club.
Oh yeah.
When I'm surrounded by people,
Yeah,
I always I just get a bad vibe. And as soon as I get a bad vibe, I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm at that point, even if you talk to me reggae, if you ever talk to me and I'm like a wall,
You're blocking out there.
Yeah.
just know my gut is saying,
No.
Jini,
Leave.
uyo ni mubaya.
Yeah.
Pepo mbaya, riswa. That's what my stomach is saying. So
For real.
I'm just like, I'm not opening myself up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see why people might make fun of me for living in my own world, but me, I'm in my own bubble. There is no penetrating this shit. Like you stay there with your own. I'm going to like.
You don't want
sense it.
anybody penetrate this.
Wow.
No, like penetrate the bubble. Oh my god!
There's
I
people
walked right
throwing
into
their
that.
bubble,
right now.
bubble.
They're like, God damn,
The penetration of the bubble.
They were up even in the comment section on that bikini photo. Delete.
She said she want no penetration
Yes,
of this
you
bubble.
cannot
Where can I
penetrate
leave
my-
Bubbly.
Oh,
bubbly. So
Wait, guys.
it might seem like I'm in my own world, but like that's the way I protect myself and like my energy. It might seem like, oh, Joyce doesn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just protecting myself.